All right, everybody, welcome back. We're diving into something pretty cool today. We're talking about ChatGPT and how it can level up your blog writing.
Sounds intriguing.
Yeah. So we found this article, and it claims you can use ChatGPT to pump out these massive 2,000-word blog posts with, get this, very little work and full SEO and everything.
Wow, really? 2,000 words?
2,000 words, I know. Sounds a little too good to be true.
Yeah, there's always a little skepticism around AI content, right?
Right.
But it's definitely changing fast.
Right. So this article talks about a two-prompt method. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
Just two prompts.
It's about working smarter, not harder.
I like that.
So that first prompt, it's like setting up ChatGPT, giving it the core idea, the facts, keywords, that kind of stuff.
Well, then keywords, won't they make it sound forced?
Well, it's not about cramming in keywords. Think of them as broader topics that ChatGPT can naturally work with.
Oh, okay. So it's more about guiding it towards certain themes.
Exactly. Then prompt number 2, that's where things get interesting. You basically tell it, okay, now write a full blog post using the latest info from the web.
So that's where those integrations come in, like WebPilot.
You got it. ChatGPT pulls in real-time data, keeps everything current, and the article's author is saying the blog post generated by ChatGPT is, get this, already 90% complete.
Whoa, hold up. 90%. So we're talking barely any editing.
Well, minimal might be a stretch, but yeah, you're refining, polishing, not starting from scratch. It's like a super solid first draft ready to go.
That's insane. It's like having a research assistant that can also write really well.
Exactly. And this is where you, the human, come in, adding your own style, insights, making it truly yours.
So huge time saver for bloggers, right?
Absolutely. And cost savings, too. Think about it. ChatGPT Plus, it's what, $20 a month? Way cheaper than hiring a writer.
Okay, so time and money saved. But what about quality? Can AI really, match a human writer?
A lot of people wonder that. But AI is getting so good at writing like a human, it can even adapt to different tones and voices. The key is those instructions and feedback you give it. Guide it to what you want.
So it's like adding that human touch to make sure it connects with your audience.
Exactly. AI does the structure and info, but you bring the personality and realness.
I like that. Okay, so this is sounding pretty amazing. But what about images? Blog posts need visuals, right?
Right. That's where another AI tool comes in, DALL. This article recommends using it to create those eye-catching header images.
DALL, the AI artist. I've seen some amazing images from that. It's like having a personal graphic designer.
And here's an SEO tip. When you save that header image, rename the file with your keywords. Little things like that can help.
Smart. Okay, so we've got ChatGPT writing and DALL making images. What's next?
Well, the article stresses this. Make sure you double-check those links ChatGPT gives you. And make your meta descriptions super catchy. Treat keywords as broad themes, not just stuffing them in.
Sounds like a good strategy. So, for anyone wondering, do I really need ChatGPT Plus for all this?
It's a good question. But honestly, to unlock these advanced features, ChatGPT Plus is a must. But hey, $20 a month, if it saves you time, creates better content, gets more readers to your blog, worth it.
That's true. It's about weighing those costs and benefits, right? This article focuses on blogs. But I can't help but wonder.
What other content could AI make?
Right. What else could it revolutionize? We're going to take a quick pause, but when we come back, we'll explore the bigger picture, AI's role in content creation. And we'll dig deeper into some of these tips and tricks you can start using right away.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, where all this AI stuff is going?
It does. But for now, let's get back to the practical stuff. Our listeners are probably ready to try this two-prompt method right now. What should they keep in mind?
Well, the article really stresses this idea of collaboration, right? It's not just handing everything over to ChatGPT.
Right. It's like a partnership.
Yeah. You wouldn't just publish anything a human writer gives you without, looking it over first.
Of course not. You'd want to make sure it, sounds like you fit your audience and that it's all actually true.
Exactly. And it's the same with this AI stuff. Check the facts, make the language sound good, maybe throw in some personal stories or thoughts that only you can add.
So it's not replacing human creativity, but helping it along.
Yeah, I like that. Amplifying creativity. AI can do the boring stuff, research, structure, Then you can focus on making your writing unique and really engaging.
Makes sense. Okay, let's talk about those prompts. What makes a good one?
Clarity. Imagine you were talking to a human writer. You'd be super clear about the tone, the style, what points to hit right. Same with ChatGPT.
So you can't just be super vague.
Nope. The more specific your prompts, the better the results. Don't be afraid to experiment. Try different wording, different details, see what works.
I like that. Treat it like an experiment. What about keywords? How do we use them in the prompts?
Keywords are more like guides, not the final destination. Don't focus on exact keywords. Think about the bigger themes you want to cover.
Right. We don't want to sound all robotic.
Exactly. ChatGPT can figure out the right keywords to use naturally.
Awesome. The article also mentioned meta descriptions. Those are
Yeah.
important, right?
Oh, yeah. They're like those little snippets that show up under your blog title and search results. They need to grab people's attention and tell them what your blog's about.
Like the blurb on the back of a book. You want it to make you want to read more.
Exactly. And guess what? ChatGPT can help with those too. Just feed it the main points, your keywords, and it'll do its thing.
I love how much time this can save. Okay, so besides prompts, keywords, and meta descriptions, anything else to remember?
Remember those integrations. Use them like WebPilot. That thing's a game changer.
Right, it lets ChatGPT get info from the web, keeps everything updated.
Exactly. Use all the tools you got to make the best content possible.
Speaking of the best content, some people are like worried that using AI will make their writing less, less authentic. What do you think about that?
That's interesting. I think it depends how you use it. If you're just using it to avoid writing altogether, yeah, it might sound generic.
But if you see it as a tool to boost your own voice and ideas,
And it becomes part of your creativity, not a replacement for it.
I love that. So before we wrap up, what's one piece of advice for someone who's totally new to using ChatGPT for blog writing?
Don't be afraid to just play around with it. ChatGPT is powerful. The more you experiment, the more you'll learn what it can and can't do.
That's great advice. It's like that for lots of things, not just AI.
Totally. Being curious and wanting to learn new things is super important.
I agree. Okay, let's take a quick pause. When we come back, we'll finish up this deep dive. We'll talk about where AI might go next and how you can stay ahead of the curve. Don't go anywhere. All right, we're back. I'm still processing all this stuff. It's amazing what AI can do.
Yeah, it really makes you think about the future, doesn't it?
Right. So where do you think this is all going? What's the future of AI in, making content?
Well, if we look at how fast things have changed, it's pretty clear AI is just going to keep getting better.
Okay, yeah.
Imagine AI that doesn't just write blog posts, but creates social media captions, writes video scripts, maybe even composes music.
Whoa, that's a lot. But with all this AI stuff out there, how will human creators stand out? That's what I want to know.
That's the big question. AI can make words, but it can't capture that human spirit, right? You know what I mean? Our unique point of view, the emotion we bring.
I get it. AI can't feel things like we do.
Right.
So it's all about finding that balance, right? Using AI as a tool, not letting it take over completely.
Exactly. The creators who will succeed, they'll be the ones who use AI as partner. It'll free them up to focus on what humans do best, connecting with their audience, on a personal level.
I like that. Okay, so any advice for our listeners who are ready to dive in and try this stuff out?
Don't be afraid. Seriously. There's so much info online, tutorials, articles, communities, all kinds of stuff. Connect with other people, learn from what they're doing.
Just jump in and get started. Right?
Yes. And remember, AI is a tool. Just like any tool, you got to practice. No one's an expert right away. Be patient, try different things, have fun.
That's a good point.
And most importantly, don't forget you're the creative one. AI can help, but your voice, your vision, that's what really matters.
Well said. That wraps up our deep dive into AI and blog writing. I hope you all found it as interesting as we did.
Me too. It was a great discussion.
It really was. And remember, folks, the future of content creation is happening now. Be a part of it. Go experiment, be creative, and see what you can make. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you in this deep dive.